Imagine destroying your body slowly without even realizing it. Imagine waking up every single day for 7 years, eating the same food, greasy, processed, and packed with substances your body can no longer handle. Imagine that the final warning didn't come in the form of pain, but through the eyes. This is the case of a young man who looked healthy on the outside, but inside his body was screaming for help. What happened to him was so extreme, so devastating, that even experienced doctors were left in shock. And it all started with one simple habit that turned into an addiction. Get ready, because what you're about to see might change the way you look at food forever. For years, medicine has tried to warn us. Our bodies, though they may seem strong, are fragile in the face of the habits we cultivate every day. There are silent choices that destroy us from the inside. A harmless routine, repeated for years, can cause irreversible damage. And in this case, the price was paid with the eyes. Imagine a young boy who, since the age of 8, had an almost sacred daily ritual, eating 75 chicken nuggets every single day without fail. 7 years passed. A habit so common, so accessible, became an extreme experiment, one that no one should ever attempt. What seemed like a simple eating habit turned into a sentence of silent mutilation. At 15 years old, the boy's body started sending signals. Faint signals at first, almost unnoticeable. Blurry vision here, a headache there. His parents thought it was just tiredness, maybe nearsightedness. But the truth was much crueler. Something inside him was dying. What happened to this boy's eyes defies logic. Its optic nerves were literally shutting down. The nerve cells responsible for vision were dying from a lack of nutrients. The diet he followed so persistently had deprived his body of something essential, and now he was paying the price. And the tragedy goes beyond blindness. Doctors discovered that his brain was functioning like that of an elderly person. At just 15 years old, he was already showing signs of neurological degeneration. His reasoning, his memories, his cognition, they were all falling apart. All because of food. How is this possible? How can the simple habit of eating nuggets every day cause such destruction? What is really inside these processed foods? And more importantly, are we ignoring the same danger every single day? So the answer is not just in the nuggets. It lies in negligence, in misinformation, and in how easily we let the quick and cheap replace what is essential. The human body needs vitamins, minerals, fiber, and when it is deprived of these for too long, it begins to collapse. Slowly, silently, until it is too late. In this boy's case, tests revealed a severe vitamin B12 deficiency, a vitamin responsible for maintaining the central nervous system. Without it, nerves die. And the first to be affected are the optic nerves. By the time doctors realized what was happening, the damage was almost irreversible. His eyes could no longer interpret light as before. He could see shadows, blurry shapes, but not clear forms. Color had disappeared. His perception of the world was fading away, and he felt no pain. The most frightening part? He was still eating nuggets. Not by choice, but by addiction. The medical investigation revealed something even more disturbing, a possible link between this eating pattern and behavioral changes. The boy showed signs of apathy, mild aggression, and difficulty concentrating. His brain was being affected not only physically, but chemically. The combination of sodium, preservatives, trans fats, and the absence of essential nutrients was disrupting his entire neurological system. And then came the most critical moment. During a routine appointment, after reporting near total vision loss, he fainted. He was rushed to the hospital. The diagnosis, severe nutritional optic neuropathy, with an imminent risk of total vision loss and permanent brain damage. The question now was there still time to save anything? Doctors began an intensive protocol of supplementation and nutritional re-education, but it was not simple. After 7 years of eating basically only one type of food, his body had forgotten how to process real nutrients. Each new injected vitamin caused reactions: nausea, pain, disorientation. It was like trying to bring something back to life that no longer wanted to return. The fight for recovery was long, but the damage, even with some progress, remained. At 16 years old, he could no longer see faces, only shapes and light. His brain showed significant cognitive delays. He was no longer the same boy who once thought nuggets were just a normal snack. He had become the living image of a silent epidemic. His mother, when interviewed by a medical team, cried as she remembered how it all began. "He just wanted to eat nuggets," she said. "It was what made him smile. I thought it couldn't be that bad." She wasn't alone. Thousands of parents around the world face the same dilemma. Between pleasing their children with what they like and protecting them from what they daren't yet understand. But the boy's case became a turning point. His story began circulating in medical conferences, scientific articles, and even television programs. It became a symbol, tragic and necessary, of a generation addicted to ultra-processed foods. Doctors used his case as a global warning. Nutritionists highlighted what they called modern blindness, not the kind that affects the eyes, but the one that blinds our choices. It's the one that makes it seem normal to eat the same snack every day, for years, without realizing the body is begging for help. Today, the boy lives under constant care. He needs assistance for simple tasks. His vision never returned, and likely never will. But his story still has a purpose: to stop others from going down the same path. You might think, it's just food. Everyone eats fast food. But do you really know your body's limits? Do you know how many vitamins you're already missing right now as you watch this video? You might be one step away from a silent collapse, just like his. What if your brain, your heart, or your eyes were about to fail, and you didn't even know it yet? This is the tragedy behind the 75 nuggets a day. 7 years of a habit that seemed harmless. Lifetime marked by something that could have been avoided.